There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Excuse me. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Oops, here. Hey, Craig, Wabbit, Tibor, Andy, Karen. Oh, that's right. You can be awake now because you're in Iceland, I think. Right, Karen? I saw your pictures this morning at like 3 a.m. I woke up and I couldn't sleep, and I saw it's very monochrome there, at least the outdoor pictures. Let's see. My case. Hey, Freddie. Let's see who else is floating around right here. There's Steve. Nice. Okay. It's I say this often. It's going to be a short one today because there's like 8 inches of snow and I got a shovel. So it's always a toss up. It's like the snow's coming down. And if I wait till all my neighbors are actually awake at like, say, 9 a.m., the snow will be like 1.5 feet. But if I go run the snowplow now, it's like 8 inches. It's more manageable. But I'm going to wake them up, right? Because it's 5 a.m. Nobody wants to hear effectively like a snowmobile racing around the yard. So I don't know. It's a toss up. Convenience versus goodwill of my neighbors. I'll probably wait. So, Iceland. I always wanted to go to Iceland. I've only been there once, and it was on a layover on my way. We were going to Paris. Get something droning here. There we go. Let's see. A few new things. I'm rejiggering the technical term, rejiggering the jelly beans here. I can get away with fewer transpositional things. I'm experimenting with that. It's like slightly to buy me a little more time, and these are going to end up being preset controls, so I could change sounds in the middle of a performance. I can do that with the Omnisphere without any issue. Doing it on the hardware synth is a little more problematic. Not problematic, it just takes more custom because every synth has a different approach to bank and patch changes, right? And some of them are really strange. Like Roland's the weirdest by far. But ASM, the Hydrasynth is giving Roland a run for their money as far as weird patch change controls are concerned. So that's just custom Max for Live programming that I'll be working on over the next few days. So remove the snow by hand. I could do that if I wanted to, die. Right? Yes, let's go manually shovel. I'm in such good shape from a cardio perspective. I'm sure I won't have a heart attack. Right? Or we could do it more dramatically with the whole flamethrower idea that everyone throws out there. Play more music and spare the neighbors. Sure. Unless the island explodes. Are we talking about Iceland? Yeah. So, Garen, stay away from the volcanoes. Although I guess that's impossible on Iceland, right? The whole thing is effectively. It will clear up eventually. So, hey, Animotion, Skyer. Can you explain Omnisphere? What is it and what it does? Greg. It's a VST synthesizer. Go nuts. It's really old and very popular, but it's also expensive. But I bought it 10 years ago. So it was okay. Everything amortizes over time, right? So in the long run, it's probably the cheapest synth I have. Freddie says, I hate snow. Oh, my colleagues in New Hampshire hate snow. That's right, Freddie. Yeah, you're not there now, but you were. Sometimes they work remotely just to remove snow from the roof every 2 to 3 hours to prevent it from collapsing. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, I should probably go out and clear some of it before it becomes, because the temperature is dropping too. And so it was warm enough when the snow started falling to make everything wet. So I think underneath the snow, there's a nice sheet of ice, which, not great. Andy's in a meeting. Okay. Adrian. And Adrian just uses Omnisphere. Okay. Okay. Well, Craig, I mean, the drones are all Omnisphere. So what you're hearing right now. But it's just a synth, like any other. Has synth engines, lots, like a whole bunch of different kinds. Does sample playback. You know, filters, modulation. It's a synth, right? Right. I use it for drones and these leads. So let's go through the sounds. So we're using Omnisphere for some drones. And some leads. Right, and we have the Rick bass. That is also Omnisphere, Craig. All right. Then we've got the Op 6. I've been looking for something new. So from an ambient, weird perspective, this is what the Op 6 is doing today. It's a pretty intrusive drone. So what I'll do is I'll just hit it low and sustain it and just let go and let it do its thing in the background and play with the level till it's where I want it. So it sort of fits. Right, it comes and goes in waves. Combine that with the drone at the beginning. Right, those two layers are nice. Bring the Op 6 down a little bit. Right, so it's like synth tide coming in and out. Right, we'll do that. And then when we play over it, right, it works out well. Hey, Gozinagons. Rewind to the beginning. The opening musical noodle was a good one. I was happy with it. Quattro Bugina. Hey. Good, Craig. I'm glad you're happy. Anyway, so if we keep going through the sounds, the wave state is also doing a drone today. It was really a deep one. We get like a real rumble. I don't know if you've got big headphones or a sub, but there's a nice low siny kind of sort of fundamental down there. Right. I like things that modulate over time. So if we sustain that one and let it do its thing, go back and combine that with the Op 6. And those initial sort of sparkly drones. Right. I'm in a droney kind of mood today. So that's working pretty well. That's the wave state. And then the mod wave is doing a very like 80s. So I'm treating it like a pluck. Real quacky when you hit it with the hive. A lot of delay. And if we slow it down, We could do the duckas with it, the Berlin School. And we just accent some of them. So let's do that really quick. Let's do a really, we'll do a 4-bar thing here. Hang on a second. Okay. So if we do this, right, we could use velocity to accent some of the notes. Right. It's just classic, like, sort of Berlin School texture. Let's do that. And we could just then go to the summit, like a super saw lead. So we've got the mod wave is doing that sort of quacky, sort of bed, ducka kind of bed. We do the same thing with the summit using like a super saw. Bring it up an octave. Let's do that. We'll layer those on top of each other. Just short tube. And we'll do this one a little bit longer. There we go. So we got these two parts and we balance them. I am not set up to do drums today, so. Right, and then we can start transposing it. I know I said I was going to be short, and here I am wandering around again. All right. And then, yeah, so the summit's doing this super saw sort of lead, and then the hydrosynth is doing more like a heavy echo pluck. If I duplicate that summit pattern, undo, duplicate, not delete. There we go. So if I duplicate that and I start those two things up at the same time, right? That sounds pretty good. But if I take, again, if I phase them, if I go to one of them, whoops, that one, and we're going to shorten it a little bit. So now they're playing the same thing, they're just offset by a bar. And as they keep going, they'll spread out and then they'll come back. Right? Instant 80s cop drama. Well, maybe not cop drama. This is probably more like... instead of cop drama, it's probably like more sci-fi cop drama. Like... Inspector on the Force, falls into a TRS-80, gets electrocuted, and gains superpowers. All right. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Let's put this drone back on, and I want to read some chat. Hold on. There we go. That'll work. All right, so let me get caught up here. Anyway, so Garen's in Iceland. Awesome. Just looked at a volcano prediction map. That's a little, like, cool, but disconcerting, right? I'm so used to seeing volcanoes on television, right, on PBS and, you know, the Science Channel for so many years. So it's like, yeah, it's a volcano. I've seen it before. But like up close in person, I bet it's probably a little frightening. Maybe not. It should be. Let's see. Phil X Dev. Ahoy. Welcome aboard, matey. If you're new, your name seems... That one looks new to me. So, hey, man. Let's see. Crazy Wabbit is selling all my gear. Is that a cry for attention? Or are you really selling all your gear? You go through, it's just the pendulum swinging back and forth, right? Okay, go ahead, sell all your gear. We'll be back. Let's see. Large Father. Good morning. Gozinagons. Quacky is another technical term. That is true, Craig. Hey, DP Moderno Muso. Modern Muso. Do I use any UE plugins? I do not. I like Urs Heckman. He's a good guy. Makes great sense. The only UE plugin I have installed is Zebralet 3 because I wanted to explore the new oscillator design, and I'm really excited about it. And depending on what happens, did he release it? Has like the Zebralet oscillator made it into Zebra now? I don't know. I may invest in that. That new oscillator design in Zebralet 3, the sort of like Bezier curve thing going on, man, that was like very different. And I'm always interested in very different, you know. Nice. Tibor is watching the stream on TV and fiddling over it with the Launchpad Pro and the Roland S1. Great. You should. Have fun with that. Jeff Hops does that. A couple other people basically will take the stream and then jam on top of it, which is totally fine. What are we in today? I don't even know what key and mode we're in. G, F, E, E minor, I think. Let's see. Let me get caught up in the chat here. You guys are talking to each other. Wabbit says he's also selling a piece of gear after watching Anna play, but that doesn't give me any insight into the emotional why are you selling this stuff. So it's okay. I don't buy it, and if you do, fine. Then I'll buy it back 2 days later. Okay, there's the shoe dropping, the other shoe. Let's see. Hey, Project Siren, welcome. No, Craig. I don't do pornographic soundtracks. Sorry. I have to draw the line somewhere. Let's see. Gazinagon says, using all the synths in the rack, all set to the same MIDI channel makes for a good drone. Yeah, go for it. The giant stack. Let's see. Howard Scar. That name's familiar, DP, but I don't remember where I know it from. Let's see. Hey, Felix, you say you come by and take a look at the videos? Nice. Yeah, it's a giant community of synth nerds, right? Yeah, Zebra 3 is not out yet. Okay, I'm waiting. You have a 78 Fender Rhodes for sale. I'm sure that's very lightweight and easy to move around. My roadie moved out 2 years ago, so I don't have him. I don't have a strong back to carry my stuff around anymore. All right. I think I reached the bottom. All right, that's the bottom of the chat. Great. Cool. All right, let's do some more, and then it's been half an hour. We'll do one more. Let's see. Let's do it in reverse order. Well, let's do. Got this new lead I'm fiddling around with. It's got a really deep sub under it. So it's got this high sort of sine or triangle, and I think that's 2 octaves below another sine, and then it's got this sort of sync that's coming in and out. I'm not sure whether I like it yet or not, but I think it plays nice with a drone. Hang on a second. Plays nice with a drone if we give it a lot of delay on the slow side. We'll do like a quarter note delay on it. Yeah, and then we do a drone. Stick this Op6 drone under it as well. And then need more texture. I'll try that. Whoop. Hang on a second. There we go. You know, we'll duplicate that on the bass too. All right, let's go back to that lead now. We'll do a little 8-bar solo here. club here. That's okay. It's a monophonic synth patch, so when I'm playing it, if I accidentally do like a accidental grace note, you'll hear a little blurb. But then once the pattern's done, it auto-quantizes and cleans it up a bit. And I think they cleaned up that grace note. Let's duplicate that over to here. Treat it like a round. Make the bass heavier. Go change this pattern so it phases. Really wants drums. All right, hang on a second. See if I can just drop a loop in here. I'll do it blind. I have no idea whether this is going to sound good or not. Let's find out. I'm not really set up to do drums. This is the second part of the science fiction cop superhero show. And then his girlfriend shows up. Bring it down. There's always something else to learn and to get good at, right? And drums is one that I could probably definitely need some work. There we go. All right. So I saw the chat dancing around. Let's see what you guys were saying. All right. Where were we? 78 Fender Rhodes, which is far, far too heavy to move. The Scruffy Fox stream is in 3 hours, so I have to cover the distance between here and there. I don't think so. I have the day off. It is a holiday here. But I've got a lot of shoveling to do. Yeah, space and money is what you need for a Rhodes. My friend Bob got one of the new Rhodes, the Mark 8s or whatever, and I got to visit him a couple months back and play on it. It's amazing. Hey, Wookie. Let's see, you've been in for a little while. I was busy making some music. Let's see. Do you feel a little bit better every day, Wookie? I hope you do. Just follow the instructions, man. Do whatever they tell you to do. All right, let's see. I haven't done a hardware jam in a couple months. January sort of cuts into that. I suppose I could like snip the beginning of one of these out and throw it over to hardware jams, but oh well, I'm using a DAW, right? I'm using Ableton. It's just a fancy looper, right? That's all I'm using it for, but that's okay. Let's see. You guys are talking amongst each other. All right, no tags. That's fine. I think I'm going to wind it down. DP saw TD. We could use acronyms for everything. DP saw TD in SM in 80. Let's see. Might fire up the beast today. I have the new toy to install. Okay, cool. Wookie, it's really good. If you're at a point where you can start making some music, that's good progress. So let's see. No tags. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. That's fine. All right. Well, I think I am done. You guys can run off to the next thing. Go to work or play or make breakfast or eat lunch or whatever is appropriate for your time zone. No business like snow business. That's for sure. I'm going to be shoveling for a while. I say shoveling, but we have like a mini plow thing. It just pushes the snow around. It doesn't really like move it significantly, but as long as there's hardware involved. Let's see. I think that's it. Blood sugar 8.1 today, and it's getting better. Nice. Have I tried the Osmos yet? DP Modern asks. I have. So the aforementioned friend Bob has an Osmos, and I got to lay hands on it. Interestingly enough, when Osmos first released, we were doing the New England Synth Festival. We still do it. I haven't been in a little while. Just like my participation in public events ebbs and flows like the moon. But when the when the Osmos was new, we do this thing at the festival called the Petting Zoo. And we have a room where everybody donates synthesizers for the day. And anyone can come in with headphones and clean hands and try them out. Literally pet the synthesizers in the zoo. And when the Osmos first came out, we did a New England Synth Fest, and there were 3 Osmos there. They were very popular. So I spent a day with them there, and then my friend Bob has one in his studio, and I laid hands on it. And it's very nice. It's a little unnerving, though. The wobbly nature of the keys is a little weird at first, but you get used to it. And they're real spongy, right? So that you can have maximum sort of control over the expression for things like after pressure. It's very spongy. And so it takes some getting used to, but I mean, it's nice. I don't have a huge desire to get one, but they're pretty awesome. Let's see, what else here? Hey, Alex, how's it going? Yeah, you're coming in at the end here. You have to rewind if you want to hear it. Phil X Dev, your dietary advice synchronizes well with the dietary advice from the Symptoms of Reality gang. They're all about apple cider vinegar as well. And I don't disagree with them. Hey, Doug. Doug, you're coming in at the end, man. You have to rewind to hear it. We did a few pieces. We're doing 80s cop sci-fi theme song stuff today. Who was assigned to confirm that hands were clean? It sounded fine. It was we did one like just post-pandemic, right? That was when we started really cracking down on like cleanliness. Like we had wipes, a lot of wipes all over the place. Everything was covered in a fine sheen of alcohol, like isopropyl. Alex says he listened to the stuff we did with Synchrotron on Saturday. It's a burning drum loop, very prog rock. Thanks, man. We're going to do, Andy and I are going to do one more. We're going to do next Saturday as well. And I may pull out the stops in between now and then, like actually try and prep some drum stuff so we can be more than just like a 4-bar loop rolling. Yeah, a synth petting zoo is like the best part of any synthesizer event, as far as I'm concerned. So I've been to NobCon and New England Synth Fest a million times because it's local. The most fun is to be had if the event has a petting zoo, basically. And you need people who are willing to donate synths, and you need people who are willing to stand in there and basically open filters and reinitialize synths. Because normally what happens is the general public gets in there and they put their headphones on and they're trying things. And then they get the synth in a state where they've closed the filter and removed all envelope modulation. It's like, it's not making any noise. You have to just go in and like tweak. There you go. Have fun. So it's good. Yeah, it's a snowstorm here for sure. I have to go shovel. Yeah, Garen came and visited for one of them. It was good. It's not a huge, it's like, it's community run, right? There are no sponsors. It's not like synth companies come there and like they don't sponsor the thing. It's like locally owned and operated. Anyway, all right. So you guys have fun. I have got to go. So it's a toss up. I can go run the snowblower now at 6 a.m. and annoy my neighbors, but the snow's only like 8 inches deep right now. Or I could wait until another 3 hours till like 9 and not annoy my neighbors, but then the snow is like more than a foot deep, potentially. Like there's that risk because it's coming down. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll make that call. 8 inches deep isn't super deep for New England, right? But it's nothing like our friends in Sweden, right? So it's all relative, Andy. Let's see. There's a couple questions. If you want a question, definitely tag me or put a big capital Q at the beginning. Otherwise, I'll miss it. DP Modern asks, can you use the follow actions on the drum loops in Ableton? Yes. You could use follow actions on any clip or scene. Works fine. So that may be part of what my prep is, right? I don't know. Probably it's more about, I'll probably set up a bunch of things on the control surface here for firing drum loops and fills. So Andy, I'm going to try and prep some drums. I don't know if you were focusing on work at the time, but I was talking about next Saturday. I'm going to try and prep something a little bit more than a loop and see what we can do. Let's see. Doug Carmichael, ever used XLN's Addictive Drums? I do. So when I'm doing music, formal production, right, not jamming, I will use Addictive Drums because they sound pretty good. I also like Native Instruments not Contact. What's Native Instruments' ancient drum synth? Battery. I like Battery. Split the difference, do another round of music, and then snowblow. No, I'm not wearing pants right now, and honestly, I kind of smell. I can smell myself, so I'm gonna go take a shower. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, all right, I'm out. You guys, thanks very much. Play nice. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow if you want to hear more, and have fun. I'll see you.